Making passive income online is incredible until it's not predictable. Then it's not fun. Many people never leave their 9 to 5 because they cannot generate a predictable income stream. It's not your fault. In this video, I'm sharing with you a framework that I developed to help me have more consistent income with Amazon KDP. If you've attended any of my free trainings, you've seen this. We're going a little bit deeper today. My name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've sold over $222,000 in Amazon book ads. This has brought my royalties to over 6 figures. I'm going to share with you a tutorial about this framework, specifically about using AI with activity books. But let me show you the origin story of this, because I was having a lot of months go up and down and up and up and down. There's like probably some R&B song for that, right? One month I hit $11,000 and I was never able to get back to it again for so many different things. Sometimes you might even have this problem. If you can relate to this, I want you to put it in the comments. Maybe you're not actually putting your money back into your ad spend, right? Back into your book ads. Maybe you don't actually know if you have a profitable niche to go after. Let me dive into this process. This is called, let me show it to you first. This is inspired by none other than Russell Brunson, the marketing king. I love him. He taught me about the value ladder, and that was offering digital products that gave value, and the more value you can charge more. When I knew that this worked inside of my digital marketing business and I learned about Amazon KDP, I started publishing this. I started publishing books this way. And what I figured out is what I designed here. You can see the very bottom of the barrel, right? We've all been there. Hopefully we've all been there. We've all published a notebook that was blank, or a blank journal. And we were just like, where's the money? It's not coming in. If we don't know who we're serving, it's going to be really hard to go up this value ladder, okay? The book hierarchy is designed to give the customer 1, 2, 3, 4 basic foundational options of books, and you can branch out into 8 books. Now, what I want to show you is that you can see the dollar signs on this page, right? Is that as I provide more, what's the word? Features in my book, I can charge more money. That's it. So if you haven't hit $1 million with your notebook or journal, like, there's not enough value in it, right? And so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the sweet spot. This is the $10 mark, right? Like, this is where we can make more money because we're providing more value. We're putting more features in our book, okay? So I'm going to show you some step-by-step in Canva with AI to go faster to start creating activity books. I'm going to give you maybe 2 examples, but this is kind of like a series. So if you have more questions about this video, you've got to put them in the comments below so I can actually serve you on a deeper level, because I want you to get to that first 1K, okay? You've seen videos where my kids have crossed that. My kids actually have done mazes and word searches, and there's so many different ways to bring features into a book. So if you feel like we've got to do a training just on that, then you put that in the comments. But here I'm going to talk about just activity books, 2 things you can start doing to go faster with activity books. I'm going to give you a template and an invitation if you want to chat live. I have a live training coming up. So let's dive into it. Let's go. Okay, so now that you have seen tutorials, if you need the tutorial on the word search, I'll put that above. But now that you've seen my book hierarchy, let's dive into actually using AI for different components of an activity book. As mentioned before, we are going to do 8.5 by 11 for this page. And if you've seen in previous videos, I love using Canva because under File and Settings, I'm having the margins and the print bleed. Now, this is not for KDP, but it's for printing in general. And so it gives me a good visual like reminder and level of comfort to lean in with. It gives me confidence to put things on a page, okay? So let's go ahead and type in maze. And we can literally start, okay, one component of an activity book is mazes. And then this is where AI comes in. We're going to scroll down on the right-hand side to Media Magic. And let's do a graphic. And let's do black and white coloring page of a ghost on a broomstick. The styles, I'm not going to hit that yet. Let's hit enter and see what comes up. It's going to take my prompt inside of Media Magic, and you can see this is like super basic and adorable at the same time. Okay, this is sufficient. This is sufficient. Okay, we're trying to get our little ghost. Okay, so black and white coloring page of where should the ghost go to? We'll do just something basic. A witch's house. We'll see if it gets scary. I guess I could do a black cauldron as well. But I'm just showing you, like, here's the really interesting thing about this. Which one do you guys like? I'm going to act like you said this one. I'd actually build a house like this. Maybe I'm a witch. I like the pitch of the roof. Okay, if this looks like a house in your country, tell me. Okay, so I can come visit you. Okay, so do you see that's very basic, right? But it is unique at the same time. If I was going to get real crazy, I might thin up these lines by creating my own lines with elements, but I think this is okay. To soften this up too, we can do a little bit lighter print and it's not as abrasive. Okay, so that is one way to use AI with mazes. Like, that's adorable, and you could keep doing this. Now, I am a big fan of repurposing content. So if I was doing my Halloween book, right, and you saw my mazes, you saw my word search in a previous video, I would duplicate this and I would flip this. Okay, and then I'm going to do something else, right? And I'm going to just build out this page. And that this is the nice thing with AI is that we don't have to worry about where the content is necessarily coming from. And we are incorporating it into other types of work, right? Like, this is not just one element, it's multiple elements. We can turn it on its side. We can do lots of different stuff. Sometimes with AI, I'll flip stuff around. Okay, what should be at the end of this? Okay, don't laugh. Let's see. Candy corn. Do you guys like candy corn? Right? Candy corn. If you love it, let me know. Kentucky is the #1 place that it is sold, which is crazy. Okay, we're going to see if AI can actually do candy corn. This one's like debatable. Like, would someone know what this was? They might not. Okay, so there might be something better to do right here. Okay, now I am literally doing this on the fly with you guys. Just so you see that, like, you don't have to sit and wait to have the perfect book. Like, every book you're going to get better. So don't be discouraged. Don't allow yourself to get discouraged over, like, learning something new, right? Okay, pumpkins, follow the maze, and it turns into a jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so now we have 2 pages. Okay, so that is one of the ways that I'm using AI for mazes. Let's go on to the next one. And actually, really quickly, while we're on this topic, I want you to think about incorporating more than one type of maze. And so you can see here, this is something that I'll use a lot in my activity books because it does create something different, right? It would be more learning. I would do a motif or an element here, and then I would make it match, give them different options. Things like this would fit our Halloween. So, like, I love this. But remember, because this is a pro element, I need to have other things around this to make it my own, right? Because I don't want to get flagged on Amazon, and I want to be able to claim copyright. So let's do cobwebs, and I should put corner cobwebs. But let's do things that enhance the book and make it different. So if you, and actually, I'll give you this template that I've created right here. Okay. Let's see let's do corner cobwebs. And that way you can get started. You can mix these pages up and use them in your own different ways. Let's see. It didn't really do super good with corners. Okay. But I might think about incorporating this in some way to make it different, right? And I'd have to think about, like, is this working? Is this not? Maybe I'd do like some candy or a little mouse. Okay. So think about, let's see, and even using some of these tools and elements to search can give you more ideas of things to include in an activity book. Mazes, puzzle piece. Sometimes I click on these just to see what Canva is suggesting. Suggesting. Critical thinking, solutions, problem solving. Let's see. Maze path, maze outline. Okay. I really like these, and Canva calls them maze puzzle outlines. Okay. So you can copy this and put it in the search bar to come up with more, or you could literally click on any of these. Okay. So there is a lot of really great benefits. You can also see the person, Creative Chan. You can click on their name and see what else they do, and you can literally put a puzzle, and these are the 7 puzzles that he does. Okay. So there is a lot of power just in using Canva and incorporating multiple elements. Like, you could do tons of maze books that are really awesome, and all you're doing is, even like, think about this for a child that's 6 or 5 and it's themed. So powerful just to plug in some AI stuff, right? All right, let's continue. And be sure to grab this. I'll put a link to my website where you can grab this as a template. Now, one thing that I didn't mention that I want to just say quickly as a disclaimer, one of the reasons I'm using elements for my maze is because when I ask Canva to do it, it's not great. And I want to show you this. That's so funny. I wrote groom instead of broom. I want to show you what it looks like because we've asked AI to create mazes, and it's so funny. They don't create a solution. It's just a maze that keeps going. So while that's funny, that might actually be a bad experience for someone that buys a book to be entertained and learned, right? When we talk about like the book hierarchy, like, part of the reason that I'm able to charge over $9.99 with every single book, that's the bare minimum that I'll charge, is because I'm providing value, right? And so different types of elements that you put in your book actually bring up the value, and you can that's increasing the features, which increase the benefits, right? I think little things like this, the witch is going for the frog. Okay. So that is one of the basic reasons. Okay, black and white coloring page of a maze. Oops, I wrote a maze. Let's see what actually the computer thinks we're asking for. We could hit cancel, but okay. Interesting. Okay. Totally wrong, right? All right, it's going to generate black and white coloring page of a maze. And if you can get your prompts down where these match, I would absolutely say go for it. But do you see this? Like, it is no bueno. It's not great. This is nice if you were like doing like textures and something that wasn't a maze. Black and white page of a maze shaped like a tree stump. Like, that could be a whole cool series. No one take that idea for me, okay? I just came up with it right now. And have it aerial view. That's what I would do. It'd be actually so cool. Maybe I should work on it. But I might be better off like getting a photograph
and then putting it in Procreate or Illustrator, or tracing it myself and creating a maze out of the top of trees. Okay. All right. So let me know what questions you have about adding more features into an activity book with AI. And we can totally make this a series. We can keep doing this. Now, this is really important because when you learn this skill set, you can go really fast, right? Like we just spent 10 minutes together, and I honor and respect your time. So I'm going to end this video, but it does not take a lot to be able to gain the skill set to do a book in a repeated manner and get better every single time. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. If any of this helped you, please put that in the comments. I love reading the comments and interacting with you. Peace out.